doing? Good, yeah. That was a fun night for our guys. You know, I'll tell you the truth, the message for our guys all week long, and really in particular as we get later in the week, yesterday and today, was to have fun, enjoy this. You know, you get a great opportunity. You got a night game, national TV, a program with great tradition, who's had great success in our conference and our division, coming to town, and we knew it was going to be a great atmosphere, and it was. Our fans were terrific, all being there and loud, and it was awesome. And I told guys, let's have fun, let's enjoy it. Let's go out there and take our swings, and you know, we backed up the way we called the game too. I love it. We had we were down some stuff up. We had some trick plays and 2-point conversion and whatever. I want our players to know that we're not just talking about it, we are about it. And so that's what we did. We just went out and let loose, and I love the response our guys had. This is a huge win for us. Obviously, being you know, Michigan State and a conference division opponent, all that. But more than anything, I think just coming off of the 2 weeks in a row that we've had together, where obviously we've had our struggles, and for our guys to dig deep and have that type of response, and really for a young team to have that type of response, I think is huge. That says it all. There was a look in their eye over in the hotel before we got on the bus to come over to the stadium. I went in the team meeting and it was like, okay, I know we're ready. Let's go enjoy it and have fun. And they had that look about them all night. From the moment we got over here, halftime it was tied up 14-14, and it was, you would have thought we were up by 30 at halftime. I mean, it was like everyone was into it. And you know, I said to them after the game, man, the mind is a powerful thing. You're in control of your attitude, your effort, your enthusiasm every single day. And when we collectively do that as a team, you know, I think we're really hard to beat. And so hopefully we're continuing to learn those lessons and grow from it. But very proud of our guys and happy for how they played tonight.
Any questions? Start with Don.
DJ, was anything said, or was it just felt in terms of, you know, coming off the injury to Will and the announcement yesterday, and the emotion regarding that? Could you sense that they were playing for him?
Don, there's a whole lot of emotions going on right now. There's our leader was back, Perry, and I think that sparked a little bit. Will likely, we probably couldn't spend enough time here talking about all that he means this program, this university, and what he's done in his career here, to me personally as well, and so and to his teammates. You know, you got a guy like that, and you got other guys like, you know, like Trey Edmonds and Denzel Conyers, and there's some guys that have really put on the line for their teammates that are seniors that right now we're without. So I think a lot of that goes into it. You know, I think definitely it's response, and it's all about how you hone in your emotions, because you know, you can turn anything into a positive or negative. Right? Those are huge negatives. To lose Will Likely on this team, I mean, you would think just deflate the sails, everyone just, you know, head down, or you can take the response of let's not let this guy down. We love him so much that we're going to make sure that we don't make it all for naught. We're going to go play hard for him, and that's the approach they took. You know? So that's what I'm most proud of with the guys. And certainly there was emotion involved in it.
Yeah, DJ. I saw you embraced Perry after his last touchdown. Did you say anything to him in particular, and how big was his performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I guess exact words I don't know. I know I told him he's a tough son of a gun. Maybe not quite those words, and I said I told him I love him. You know, because I mean I do. That guy, he puts it on his sleeve. There's a lot of guys that wouldn't even played, you know, and not only did he play, but he played really well. And that just tells you what he's all about. He's you know, as tough as they come. He's been that way since day one, since we got here. So you know, and I think you see the response, and his teammates all know that. You know, players know one another better than anyone, better than coaches or anyone know, and they know what that guy's all about, and he's about his team and whatever he has to do to help us win.
Just the offensive balance and the tempo you regained tonight. See, Perry was so efficient in reading things, but the plays were just so much quicker developing. Did you see a change with the offensive play?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're obviously he's an experienced guy, and with Perry in there, that really helps us. I think the guys around him played really well too. You know, it was neat. I think our offensive line took some pride and ownership in that we're not going to get Perry banged up in this game. You know, we knew he can't sit there and take a million hits. I think Perry did a good job of getting down when he had to. Where there were some runs there where it, you know, previous to this. I think, Perry's dropping his shoulder trying to gain 2 more yards and getting banged up, so he was smart about that. But our O-line took ownership, and we're not going to let him get hit. I mean, that's a good defensive line we just played there now. And, I don't know how many times he got hit or sacked, but it wasn't many. They did a phenomenal job protecting him.
Coach, what's the status of Savage? And with such a young secondary back there today, how do you think they played? How do you think they held up?
Yeah, up and down. There were some mistakes a couple mistakes they made us pay for, a couple they didn't. So obviously we get that cleaned up. But the main thing was you're playing some freshmen back there. It's not, I think our coaching staff did a good job not freaking out on them, just coaching and correcting when need to be corrected, and they made the corrections. So there was the long run in the first half. We got that look again a couple times that we corrected it when we were screwed up in the back end. They leveraged the ball the right way. So there was some routes down the field that they did hit us on, a couple they didn't. But I mean, again, my whole thing is play hard, play fast. You make up for that stuff. So I think they did a good job. And then with Savage, I don't totally know yet. I know that he was fighting, trying to get back in there during the game and all that. And so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, whatever it is, Darnell's a tough kid too. He's important to us. Hopefully we have him back. But we're getting great playing experience with other guys too if we need to.
You talked about dialing it up. How much did that flea flicker that didn't almost work? I think he misjudged the wing because he was with the wing. But how much do you think that helped get in their heads a little, in Michigan State's heads, maybe in terms of putting them back on their heels a little, in terms of what you guys were capable of calling?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just a program philosophy that our guys are still just learning. We were going to be aggressive in all situations, and so I mean that's what we're going to do. And I think our guys will learn that more and more. I think it puts a spark in our guys. To me, there's nothing worse as a player than you practice something all week and you don't run it. It's just kind of like, okay, what are we spending time on that for? So I mean, we're gonna do that. And I say to our coordinators all the time. I say to the team, empty the chamber. Let's go. Don't save any bullets for after the game. And Walt does a great job of that, and so does Andy. I mean, I think they're doing a terrific job calling.
Coach, Ty, 115 yards, Lorenzo 105. But what does it mean for you to have 2 tailbacks like that in the Big Ten when it gets cold on a night like this?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to run the ball in this conference. You've got to be able to run the ball and stop the run. Really, I believe that at the line of scrimmage to win. So. Again, those guys doing a great job. The offensive line is doing a great job. I think if we had Lorenzo's side-to-side yards, he may have 400 yards. But we need to get him to hit the north a little better. But he's doing a great job. He really is. The guy competes. He plays hard, and Ty does as well. And that's the biggest thing to me. You see the energy, and when they get the ball in their hands, there's always an opportunity to hit a big one. And that's big. From a defensive standpoint, you worry about that when you're facing a team that has guys like that. And obviously from an offensive standpoint, you want as many of those guys as you can because you put the ball in your hands. Sometimes a play that you call it's maybe just okay or a 4 or 5 yard game. With a guy like that, all of a sudden it becomes a big one. And those are game changers.
And Coach, you had said after UCF that you felt that was a program building win. To what extent do you feel that now getting Michigan State win tonight?
Yeah, it's another program building win. We're building. We're building for the long term for sure. Again, I don't know the exact number tonight, but there's somewhere between 12 and 15 true freshmen playing significant snaps for us right now. Mixed in with some veteran guys that are really learning, how to control the controls, how to be accountable to one another, what it means to really go play hard, play with enthusiasm for the guy next to you. And so every opportunity to get one of those, I think it's another building block towards where we're going. And I think it's great. I mean, it's another stepping stone. I mean, that's just what it is. You just got to keep going, keep taking them one by one.
Last one, Don.
DJ, in terms of restoring the confidence you guys had during that winning streak, does this revive a season? Does it give you a different level to approach a really hard stretch coming up? Where are you?
Was the season dead, Don?
No, but I'm just saying with in terms of what you had ahead of you, with all these road games and the 3 top
Right.
10 teams.
Yeah, you know, so I get that, I understand that, and it's, as a fan or a follower of college football or in the media or whatever, you know, I get it. Like, it's easy. You go look at a schedule, like, okay, you know, win, loss, just go right down it, and this is what's going to happen. We don't live in that world, and it may sound like coach speak, but it's not. I don't know. I mean, we did everything we could to go win this game. We're going to get a couple hours sleep tonight and come in tomorrow and figure out every way possible we can go win the next one. And whatever's after that, I mean, I don't know. And the trick is getting your players to think that way and believe that way, and we're getting more and more that way. They're starting to understand more and more how that works. So, I mean, that's college football. You know, you regroup and you figure out whether, I mean, a big win can hurt you just as bad as a bad loss. You know, it's all about a mindset going the next week. You sit there and think, well, now we've arrived, and all. I mean, that can hurt you too. So it's all about, like, wiping the slate clean, and that's understanding as we keep going as a program, the process each week of, it's back to square one. No one cares what you did last week. You know, it is what it is, as an individual or as a team, and then you just build it back up and go. So, you know, no, I don't know. I mean, it was obviously those. We talk about those 2 games. At some point after the season's over, we're gonna look back on them and think of all the ways that we screwed it up and probably could have won them, but we didn't. We certainly weren't gonna let that affect us tonight, and we can't let this big win affect us moving forward either.